Friday to anyone who's watching. Welcome to Talkabout TV. I'm your host, Michelle Oliver, and I'm the founder of Experiential. And I like to come to you every Friday morning and just share some things from the week, the things that I encountered in the world of experiential outdoor hospitality and working with clients, what we've learned, and some different insights. So today, it's definitely 9-ish and I'm running late. So this will be an express experiential time. But what's on my mind today, I hope is also on yours. So as more and more people enter this space of glamping, experiential outdoor hospitality in whatever shape or form that takes for them, it becomes a more crowded space and people are looking for unique ways to differentiate themselves. So as with all things, it usually takes a lot more to differentiate yourself than you might think. What I have noticed, the more people I speak to who are wanting to come into the space, is that oftentimes, of course, you come in with a lot of energy and enthusiasm about your concept, and yet to differentiate yourself is going to take more effort than you might imagine. So one of the ways that people really overlook is very, very basic to human nature, because if you think about it, you can have, obviously, really unique accommodations are very attractive and enticing, right? And that can be a tremendous draw. All of the amenities that you can focus on and advertise can also be a draw. The big adventures you can offer, like through agritourism or wilderness adventures or whatever your brand is, all of those things are attractive differentiators in the market. And what's interesting to me, though, it's almost like the availability at our fingertips that we have of just information and resources of all kinds. We tend to get overwhelmed, right? And then we go, it's like going to the next new great ice cream shop or whatever, and then it's kind of disappointing. So although of course I love accommodations and I love experiences, and this is what we do, we help people build these businesses, the first thing that people lose sight of, and I seem to talk about this repeatedly because it truly is so powerful, but what they lose sight of is what is really driving the people who come here. What do they really truly want? Yes, they want to have an experience, but they want to have an experience that transforms them or expands them or soothes them. They're looking for something very personal that they probably don't even know they're looking for, right? And when you are able to listen to them, you will be able to create something that will differentiate you from everyone else, regardless of how incredible their accommodations are. The more you can build into your operations and your brand messaging and the way you interact with your guests, listening, this very old-fashioned, basic human connectivity magic wand, the more power you're going to have. And I would just encourage you to get creative with that. Like, we do things with our clients from the very beginning where we really are focused tremendous amount of energy on values, vision, and then all of that is the foundation and carries into the brand messaging, right? So there are really creative ways that you can add your values. You're not really adding, but everything that you do becomes a result of that. And if you are truly listening and you build that in to every interaction you have with your guests, they're going to feel something that people very rarely feel anymore. And it's going to take a lot more commitment to whatever you do to differentiate yourself than you think it's going to take, because it's just like, I swear, everything in the world is just like working out. You go to the gym and you feel like, oh, ta-da, I went to the gym. That's everything. Well, it is everything, and it's nothing at all. The same with everything that you do in your business. Yes, it's essential, the differentiator that you think is different. And then you need to take that and stretch it another mile. You need to lift one more, 5 pound, add another 5 pounds to what you're doing when you're at the gym. You need to run an extra mile. You need to, in terms of guest relations, I would really encourage you to emphasize any way you can implement in your operations listening to the guest. And that goes so far beyond sending out a survey. Hey, by the way, we just want to know what you think. It just doesn't work anymore. It's not enough. We do have a remarkable solution for that I should probably come on and just talk about. But get creative with it and start allowing your staff, or maybe it's just you. I don't know how many people you have on staff as part of your team, but how are you incorporating listening to your guests? How are you making that part of their experience? How do you allow them to feel heard? Where does that fit in your strategy? So that's what's on my mind today. And again, I hope this weekend holds something really magical and beautiful for you. Listen for the good and listen for what other people are looking for. And, when you have that, I don't know, people call it a servant's heart, or just curiosity about what's going on with other people. And you do that with your guests and your team and, your employees or staff, or whatever term you use, the people in your life. You're going to find it makes a tremendous, tremendous difference. And that's the way you're going to have an incredible weekend, just by listening for things in your environment, with the people you're with, being curious. That's going to change everything in your business and your weekend. So sending you lots of love. Thanks for listening in, and let's go be hospitable generously to everyone.